Yes, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is What's Zone Jones coming right back at you. I just got through watching season 17 of The Ultimate Fighter. It was a pretty good show. If you missed it, you missed a really great, entertaining night of fights. I haven't watched a season finale of The Ultimate Fighter in a long time. Like, it's been a long time since I watched, the last Ultimate Fighter season finale show. It's been a long time. But I felt like I had to watch this one because, well, this was a pretty good season. This season has brought life back to the Ultimate Fighter, in my opinion. So let's start off with the fight between Uriah Hall and none other than Kevin Gosselin. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you probably thought that Kevin Gosselin was going to beat him, was going to lose within 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Maybe you thought he was going to lose within the first 2 rounds. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it didn't matter what you thought, which round he was going to lose in. You thought wrong because Kevin Gosselin comes out with the big W. He wins. He beats Uriah Hall within 3 rounds. It was a pretty good fight. The fight went back and forth. You probably didn't think that. I didn't think that. I felt like Uriah Hall was going to win. Like, I felt like he was going to be the new Ultimate Fighter. But it just didn't go that way. Now, in the first round, Kevin Gosselin, he beat him. He took that round from him. As a matter of fact, it looked like Kevin Gosselin was actually trying to knock him out. Uriah Hall, it looked like to me like Uriah Hall was just sitting back and just waiting, like being patient. Or maybe he was just trying to warm up a little bit. But, Kevin Gosselin, he wasn't doing that. He was taking him down to the ground. He was punching him in his face. Uriah Hall just waited too long, if you ask me. Like, he waited too long. In the second round, he did more, which he should have. He did more, but all that stuff he did in the second round, he should have did it in the first round, because that way it could have quite possibly been 2 rounds to 1. Now, in the third round, Uriah Hall, I felt like he was winning a little bit in the third round, but Kevin Gosselin got him down to the ground and was able to basically ground and pound him. Not devastating shots or anything like that. Now, I would say he was actually missing a lot of those punches, but he's on offense, not defense. So offense gets all glory. So he was on offense most of the time, while Uriah Hall was on defense most of the time. You're not going to win by being on defense most of the time while the other guy's on offense. So that's how he lost that third round. So I would say that Uriah Hall needs to probably work on his wrestling, because Kevin Gosselin just kept getting him down to the ground. He needs to work on his wrestling. That's, just my opinion on that. I'm not an expert MMA fighter, but from what I've seen, I would say he needs to work on his wrestling. But moving on to the next match, it was ladies' night. We had the ladies going at it. Miesha Tate versus Kat Zingano. Ladies and gentlemen, they show why women's MMA is here to stay. Women's MMA is not going anywhere. This was the fight of the night, in my opinion. Both these girls went at it because they knew that they was going to get a title shot. They knew that the cameras was there. They knew that the people was watching. We was waiting to see who was going to fight Ronda Rousey next. Pretty good war. It went back and forth. It was like a ground grapple war. There was a bunch of ground and pounding. There was a couple of submission attempts. There was so much that went on in this match. I couldn't quite possibly remember all of it. But one thing I do remember was those knees. Kat Zingano gave Miesha Tate like 4 or 5 knees to the face. And ladies and gentlemen, she TKO'd Miesha Tate with those knees. Like, Miesha Tate got TKO, like she couldn't take anymore. The way her face looked, like she couldn't take anymore. Her lip was busted. She took a bunch of knees. Kat Zingano wins the match between Miesha Tate and Kat Zingano. So she's gonna get a title shot against Ronda Rousey. So those two are gonna go at it. I actually am pretty excited for that fight. I'm pretty excited for it. So Miesha Tate, she loses. Kat Zingano and Ronda Rousey will be the new coaches in the new season for the Ultimate Fighter. So I'm interested in seeing that, especially with the whole men and women thing. I'm just really interested in seeing it because the Ultimate Fighter show is back. Like, there's new life breathing in the Ultimate Fighter show. So good. I'm ready to see it. I want to see it. Can't wait to see it. Next, moving on to the main event of the night, we had Uriah Faber versus Scott Jorgensen. I almost wanted to say his name wrong, so I made sure I read it. Scott Jorgensen. Well, this fight wasn't great. You know, this isn't one of Uriah Faber, the other Uriah. This is one of Uriah Faber's best performances, I would say. It wasn't bad, it wasn't lackluster or anything like that, but the fight wasn't, it clearly wasn't the best fight of the night. It probably was the third best fight of the night, maybe. But, you know, Uriah Faber goes out there and he pretty much dominated most of the fight. First round, second round, third round, that was the fourth round. Yeah, I would say, yeah, he pretty much dominated most of the fight. The fight wasn't great. The fight just wasn't great. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. Uriah Faber, I almost said Hall again. Uriah Faber, yeah, he went in there, he did his thing. He gets another submission victory with a choke. He choked him. Went behind his back and he choked him. So the fight was okay as far as entertainment quality. It was good that Uriah Faber won another fight. As a matter of fact, especially since he fought not too long ago. So Uriah Faber did his thing. He went in there and he got that win. It took him 4 rounds to do it. He landed a couple of punches. You know, he punches weird to me. Like, he really does punch weird. You know, the way he throws his jab, he really does punch weird to me. But Uriah Faber goes out there and he wins. I don't know where that puts him in the title picture just yet, but Uriah Faber, yeah, I don't know where that puts him in the title. Like, where does that put Uriah Faber in a title picture? I don't know. We can only wait and see. But he did go out there and he got a victory, which is something that he needed, especially to stay relevant. So he needed that win to stay relevant. The fight just wasn't great. It just wasn't great. Not bad, but wasn't great. It was an okay fight to watch. Also, we had 2 other undercard fights. You had Travis Brown versus Gabriel Gonzaga. Gabriel Gonzaga, buddy, I don't know what the hell happened. The way you got knocked out, to me, was really awkward. Like, I mean, I don't know, elbows to the head. I guess, yeah, elbows to the head will knock you out, but not in that fashion. Like, the way that he got knocked up, he had him pushed up against the fence, and then the guy takes his elbow and just hits him. I've never seen someone basically knock somebody else out like that. So to me, it just looked weird the way he got knocked out. So yeah, Gabriel Gonzaga wouldn't surprise me if they give him his dropout papers out of the UFC. Also, we had Giver Smith versus Bubba McDaniel. I sort of wanted to see Bubba McDaniel lose because I ain't like the way he was treating Giver Smith, you know, in his coming fight on the show. I just didn't like the way he was. I didn't like the way he was treated, so I was really hoping that Giver Smith would win this fight, but he didn't win. No, he lost. He got triangle choked in the 3rd round. So, it was a good night of fights. Ultimate Fighter Season Finale 17 was a good finale. It was a good season. I can't wait to see more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Warzone Jones. I'm out. Have a good day. Deuces. If you haven't done so, please click that subscribe button. You won't get a ticket if you click it. I'm out. Have a good day.